Hi and welcome to GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I am doing a versus review on the Nikon 18-200 3.5 to 5.6 version 2, and I'm going to pit it against the Tamron 18-270. Apologies if you can hear the rain bashing down on my conservatory roof. Just going to take that off. Okay. Both lenses come with similar hoods, so we'll just go through size and weight first of all. The 18-200, if anything, feels a little bit heavy, but they're very, very similar in weight. Size-wise, the Nikon with the cap on is ever so slightly taller, and although the Tamron looks a bit fatter, it's about the same. At full zoom, there you go. Yeah, the Tamron extends slightly longer, which you'd expect because it's a 270. So, size and weight about the same. Price? Well, you can get a mint condition second-hand Nikon version 2 for about the same price as a new Tamron 18-270. So if you bought a brand new 18-200 from a dealer, I think you'd be paying probably 50, maybe 80 quid more for the Nikon. But we're in the same sort of price bracket. Okay, if we start from the back, they're both, for all intents and purposes, AFS lenses, i.e. they will both autofocus on just about any modern Nikon camera. They've both got metal mounts. The Nikon has the weather seal on the back, the little lip. Some call it an ass gasket. The Tamron doesn't have it. So I'm just going to zoom them both back in. Obviously they both have autofocus and manual focus. However, in autofocus you can't grab the focusing ring on the Tamron, so that's a win for the Nikon because you can grab the focus nice and easy without turning a switch. They've both got vibration control. The Nikon's has a normal and active mode, whereas the Tamron just has on and off. I think overall the performance of the VR in using these two is probably slightly better on the Nikon than it is on the Tamron. Probably one, maybe half a stop better on the Nikon than it is on the Tamron. Okay, overall build quality. The Nikon's just a nicer quality. It looks like a nicer quality lens. You've got the internal focusing screen there, which you haven't got on the Tamron, and the Tamron just appears, it's okay this sort of end, but I don't know, it just appears to be a little bit more clunky and a little bit more plasticky than the Nikon, and the Nikon basically kills it in the overall quality standing. So that's that. Now, image quality wise, I've used both of them, and again the Nikon just about has the edge, and where it really does have the edge is when you're zoomed in. The Tamron is 3.5 to 6.3, the Nikon is 3.5 to 5.6. So the Tamron seems to get to its sort of 6.3 quite quickly as well. So that's definitely a win for the Nikon, because it's all very well saying, yeah, well the vibration control takes 3 stops, whereas on the Nikon it's probably 4 stops plus you're already starting potentially a stop lower. So definitely a win for the Nikon. So then you've got the range, 18 to 270 on the Tamron, 18 to 200 on the Nikon. So that's a definite win for the Tamron. If you was to buy the Nikon 18 to 300, you're going to be spending sort of nearer, I think, about £680–700 for the lens. So it's not in the same league, unfortunately, as these two. When it comes to distortion and pin cushioning and all that sort of thing, I've not really had issues with either of these lenses. The Tamron's, in my opinion, is very good. This is my other half's lens, and she doesn't do post-processing. She puts her images onto her iPad, and that's about it. She prints some of them. she doesn't mess about in Lightroom and, you know, stuff like that. So the pictures are as they are, and she's got no issues at all with any sort of distortion or pin cushioning. You know, yeah, if you take pictures of brick walls as people do, then you're going to see it, but in reality it is no issue on either of these lenses, in my opinion. Zoom creep, they both will suffer from zoom creep. It's the nature of the beast. As soon as they're slightly open at about, say, about 24, you know, let me just do that again, at 18, it's difficult to hold the Tamron, there's not a lot to hold. Just open it up slightly, and there it starts to go, and it drops quite quickly, the Tamron. As in my previous, I've mentioned in my previous videos about zoom creep, if you've got a problem, the only problem I have is when I'm doing macro work, and if I've got it out it might creep. I just put a lacquer band round and it solves the problem. The zoom creep is definitely better on the 18-200 Nikon, and once it does start to go, it is literally a creep rather than bonk with the 18-70. And again, that comes down to the smoothness of the zoom control and the resistance that you have. I mean, this feels nice and weighted, but not quite as nice as the Nikon. So really, both of these lenses are going to give you great images. Personally, I've got the 18-200 because I'm happy to lose that 70mm at the long end. I'd rather crop in after the fact, and you know, with a D7000 and the D5100s that we use, you know, crop in just a little bit to cover that off is not an issue. Not that I particularly like cropping a great deal, but if I have to get that little bit of extra range, I'd rather do that than go for the extra within the lens. For my other half, she's quite happy with this, but now she's seen my 18-200, she's sort of saying, maybe I want to go for the 18-200. And to be honest, I think that's probably what we'll end up doing, is both having the 18-200, because I just think the overall quality, build quality, the longevity, also factor in the resale value. You know, I know we're going to lose money on the Tamron when we sell it on, but that's the nature of the beast. And you've always got to look at that. You know, the Nikons definitely hold their value. A prime example, if you look on eBay at the moment, you will see second-hand Nikon 35mm 1.8 lenses, which is a fantastic lens, going for, you know, between £120 and £135. Well, brand new in Jessops at the moment, they're £144 plus £20 cashback from Nikon. So you're looking at £124 for a brand new warranted one, whereas, you know, they're selling on eBay for almost that, and in some cases I've seen them go for more than that, and I just think, I don't understand. But in a way it's a good thing, because it just shows you that if you buy quality lenses, they do hold their value better than the Tamrons, the Sigmas, the Tokinas, etc. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with those lenses, but I've made a conscious decision to stick to all Nikon. All my lenses now, and from now on, will be Nikon. I've got no issues with the Sigmas that I've used. I've got some fantastic pictures with my Sigma 17-50 and 70-200. Wonderful pictures. I've just made that conscious decision to have all Nikon from now on, and a lot of it is about not losing so much money at the back end when you come to sell these lenses. So anyway, there's my review of the 18-200 and the 18-270. If you desperately want the extra 70mm, then the Tamron is absolutely perfect for you. It does the job, no issues with it particularly whatsoever. It's just, it's not as good as the Nikon 18-200, and I'd rather lose that 70mm and have the longer and have the you know, the better quality overall. So there you go. Thanks for watching GRVO TV, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye.